this message is for all of the copper-colored Indians. Facebook has been phenomenal in not only educating but also informing the public, as well as educating the Indians that think that they are all these different things that have been told to them by foreigners about who they are. But the important thing is to realize that your nations are still in the places where they were. It's just that you have foreigners that they are comfortable or have become complacent, and they enjoy the type of abuse of discretion and violating our laws, not respecting them, not adhering to the laws that they themselves have as public servants, public officials, politicians, immigrants, foreigners, aliens, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is that, we as Indian people, the people who are indigenous to this land, this continent, we have to really be serious, not just a lot of talk. You gotta start doing what it is that you're saying, represent who you are. You can't use things that are hearsay or things that are legal contrivance by another human being for the purposes of commerce. You have to be who you are, as whom you are. So if you're Indian and you come from any of these nations that are indigenous to this continent, the Turtle Island, America, United States of America, whatever the hell you want to use, it doesn't matter, because we have rights, and our rights overstand all of the rights of that we give, which are privileges to foreigners. And if you marry a foreigner, then that foreigner then has rights equal to yours, because you're a husband and wife now. So you have to think about how you step, how you walk, the things that you do. You can't be flighty. You have to consider your ways and order your steps accordingly. So it's been fun, and I'm at my end now with posting and trying to get you to see that there are people, which we are, the Indians are the people. We are the people. And we're still in our respective places, irregardless of Native Americans, our foreign-born children. Well, I don't have foreign-born children, but a lot of y'all is in the military, Indians, and as they call, fucking around. So you got to deal with those consequences. Oops, babies. When somebody say oops upside your head. But anyway, I have been honored, and it has been a privilege, and it has been a joy to work with you all. And I'm at my end now, so I'm waiting for the Supreme Court to rule. They are preemptive in their decisions, and their decisions, they stand. Those are the laws. That's the law of the land when it comes from the Supreme Court. So they're going to look at the treaties. They're going to look at the law. They're going to look at the Constitution, the annotations. They're going to look at the congressional records. They're going to look at it all. And whatever their ruling is for crimes against humanity, just compensation for easements and roads, you name it, whatever they come back with, as long as the law says it, and they're going to back it up, that's what it's going to be. And I want to share it with you when they come back with what they come back as a ruling. Because it's important that we see, how people behave, so that we won't make those same mistakes again. All of these people from other countries, they are obligated to protect our rights, because that's what makes this country, the rights that we have. That's what creates and makes this country. It's not the other way around, where they always time out, this is an immigrant country. And no, the immigrant has nothing when it comes here other than what it has in the country from which it comes from. When it gets here, it's a whole nother ball game. And they have to learn to respect the people first and foremost, which are the Indians. Because really, we don't have to take all that abuse. That's some kind of psychological bullshit. That they have us thinking that we can't defend ourselves, or we can't speak, or that they have the right to do this, even when there's not a law that supports what they're doing. No, they have to come again. They can't violate the law because that's what suits them. That's what they want to do. They have to follow the law. And I push that day in and day out. And the law, what does the law say? Not a regulation, not a code. What does the law say? What did all those men and women sit in the law halls and say pertaining to each one of us, each one of our nations, each of us as human beings, each of us as Indians, each of us as immigrants, foreigners, one and the same, refugees, safe haveners, political asylum seekers, amnesty seekers, safe haveners. What does the law say? And that's what we need to enforce. And we're going to enforce it. Because we're going to keep pushing and keep pushing that the laws be enforced. Not what someone wants to do for greed purposes. Truth, you have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. And especially when you don't live somewhere and you don't have no experience in that place whatsoever. You don't even have a root in that place. You shouldn't speak on things that you don't have any clue and try to force that like what you saying that's right when you're absolutely incorrect and you kind of sound foolish. Anyway, I thought I'd just make this quick speaker noise. And I wish y'all a happy new year. Chi halali, chata yakni, and yakni nike. Take care.